What up, world? R.I.C.H coming right back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, hip-hop heads, entrepreneurs, and creators alike. Today, I'm gonna talk about something that's dear to my heart, and I believe to the heart of every true artist and black business owner out there. Today, we're talking about community. We're talking about love. We're talking about responsibility. Recently, David Banner sat down with Revolt on the 2025 BET Awards red carpet, and he said some things that hit deep. Deeper than just a slick quote or a soundbite. What he shared wasn't just his opinion, it was a call to action, a plea for honesty, transparency, and for us to look out for each other. Now, I'm here today not just to talk about how much I agree with him, but to break down what he's been saying and why it resonates with me, why it's been a part of my life and my work from day one. Because if there's one thing you should know about me, I'm always trying to put people on. Banner said something that hit the nerve of the industry. How dare you charge more for everything, but give us less for our blood, sweat, and tears. He said it straight. Our music, our talent, our stories, we are getting pennies for them. And I fully agree with him. But what really stands out about David Banner is his commitment to not just taking care of himself, but taking care of his people, putting his people on. Let's start with what David Banner said about the industry and the pennies black creators are paid for their art. The fact that water and electricity cost more than it ever has, yet we get less for our art, for our blood, sweat, and tears. We've seen it before. The big companies, the tech companies, they're making millions, billions even, off of our culture. And what do we get in return? Pennies. You can talk all you want about the hustle. The rappers who claim to be the toughest, the most successful, the most legit. But you know what? They're allowing these tech companies to steal from us. We're the ones who created this culture, who built the foundation. And what do we get in return? The people who use our music, our talent, and our story to make money and give us little to nothing. I see it. David Banner sees it. We all can see it. Banner spoke about how we have been turned into fractions of a penny while these companies get rich off our work. He also said that nobody is going to say anything. We keep fighting each other instead of coming together to say enough is enough. And let me be clear, I'm not just talking about the music industry. This applies to any industry where black talent is exploited and not compensated fairly. Now me, I've been in this game for a long time. I've made beats for free. I've introduced artists to investors who could help them with their career. I've been the one saying, this person got talent too. You need to check out my homeboy. I've always been the type to put my people on, no matter what. I believe in community. I believe in helping others, and I believe in giving back. When David Banner talks about pouring love into people, about caring for the community, that hits home for me because that's what I do. That's what I've always done. And I don't care who says what about me or my career. I will always make it a point to lift up people around me. You know, it's always going to be the critics, the ones who say, Eric didn't ever make it in music, or he never had the success that others had. But anybody who know me, who's ever worked with me, they know that I've always tried to put my people on. From day one, it's always been about helping others rise. That's what I was taught, that's what I believe, and that's why David Banner's message resonates with me 1,000,000%. Here's the harsh truth. In our industry and in our culture, there's this notion that is every man for himself. And that's what David Banner was getting at. The lack of unity in the industry. The way we're constantly at each other's throat, fighting for the little bit that we're given, while the big companies sit back and collect. That's why I appreciate what Banner said about not turning his back on his people. He talked about how it's wrong to use your success to look down on people, to turn away from the ones who helped you get to where you at. And that's not how you should move as a black person in this industry. I've seen it myself. People get a little bit of success and they turn into the very person they said they would never be. They forget about the community. They forget about the ones who were there. They move on to bigger things. And David Banner isn't just talking about what's wrong with the industry. He's talking about how we can fix it, how we lift each other up, how we stay connected, how we make sure that the next generation of black entrepreneurs and content creators know that they don't have to sell out to be successful. He wants to use his fame and success to do something for our people. When most black artists and celebrities reach a certain level, they're quick to turn their back on the communities that they came from. Banner says, I'm taking my people with me. When I see success, when I see an opportunity to lift up somebody else, I'm going to do it. Whether it's helping an artist, whether it's connecting people, whether it's showing the next generation how to build something that lasts. That's what it's all about. In the end, what David Banner is saying is really simple. We can't move forward if we're leaving our people behind. And that's a message that I fully embrace. I've always tried to put people on. Whether they were artists, they were friends, artists I believed in, or just people I seen had talent. I remember when I first started out, I ain't had much, but I always had the desire to help others. It's about time we change the culture. It's time we make it about community, about uplifting each other, about showing love. We got to make sure we never turn our back on our people. If I win, you win, we win. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, R.I.C.H. I'll be back with another one. Peace.